Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, man. Anthony Joshua says that he won't be able to get away with the things that Tyson Fury say. So let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate everybody for checking in. And he also shouted him out for mental health. Well, Deontay Wilder couldn't get away with nothing either one of them say. A lot of things Anthony Joshua said, where does Wilder get this confidence from and all this type of stuff. So there are double standards today, double standards. But he right though. Tyson Fury can say anything he wants to, coke, hookers. I'm gonna give my check to the poor and not have to show receipts for it and not do it. We know he didn't give his first check with Wilder to the poor, and he's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Even though AJ got the pageantry, he got the love in the UK. Everybody, messed with him there. He got the country behind him, and Tyson Fury don't have nothing behind him, to be honest. Tyson Fury can say what he want to say and do what he want to say. And it's not going to be no consequences, repercussions around him. Same thing for, Bob Arum calling UFC fans skinheads. There's no repercussions around him. Bob Arum wasn't that damn old, like when he said that like he is now. It's just that they got the complexion for the protection. You know what I'm saying? If AJ come out here and say some things like Tyson Fury said, then he probably would get, killed. But let's not forget, he told Eddie Chambers that he was, a disgrace to the black to black people everywhere, something like that. He said, and people bought it was hacked. He said that shit. So he get away with a lot of questionable stuff here. He get away with not, answering the Wilder questions and all this shit in dirt and Eddie Hearn milking him and having power of attorney over him and working for a slave trader. So it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? None of y'all can get away with what Fury say because he white. Wilder can't get away with AJ say because he got the backing. And Wilder's country don't follow him. They don't mess with him. Only a select few. You feel what I'm saying? So with the whole situation, Joshua's absolutely right. It's cool you can point out a double standard. He's not using another brother to point that double standard out. He's using a white boy. And Tyson Fury, he can say what he want to say. And then the mental health thing, nothing to do with mental health. Nothing. Tyson Fury was caught cheating, and then he played the mental health card. That's the ultimate trump card for white people to get out of trouble. Well, he shot up a church of black people. Oh, he had mental health problems. But when you bring up a brother had mental health problems, I did a video on other channels. This boxer that everybody, you are seeing him, he was working in a nursing home, and then he came out of a boxing gym in Westland, but he was from Ypsi. He was punching an old white man in the nursing home, right? And I heard him talk, right? And I said, it seemed like he got, something ain't right with him. You know what I'm saying? A little mentally, distraught. And, I said he did wrong. He threw the book at him. White guy came in and said, oh, you wouldn't, be so forgiving or playing a mental card if he was white. Don't need to. Don't need to. White people play it all the time. I had to restart, but sorry, white people play it all the time, so it doesn't really surprise me. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't really surprise anybody. That's their ultimate, trump card to get out of anything. It wasn't nothing mentally wrong with Tyson Fury. I said it to begin with. He got caught cheating. That's why he didn't want the Vladimir Klitschko rematch. He knew he was going to get in trouble. And now you look at him in the UK, his license, he don't try to get his license back after the board situation. So people going to continue to give him a pass. And of course, Anthony Joshua is the ultimate, boxing figure in the UK. But there are certain passes that he won't get being black that Tyson Fury, get for being white. And there's certain passes that he gonna get for being more popular and more likable that Deontay Wilder's not gonna get. It's nothing to do with, who's more blacker between him and Joshua, Wilder and Joshua. It just simply boils down to, Deontay, Americans, they don't, like black, they don't like black fighters. They don't like black people to begin with, most Americans. You see we getting shot, killed out here, and ain't nothing happening. People getting bare minimum years. People get more years for getting caught for marijuana than they get for killing men. people getting caught, you know, black people, black women, excuse me, women and men, you know, people getting less years for killing people in their own house than people getting for conspiracy, RICO. So let's just let you know where we are as a place in America. So it shouldn't shock you that a lot of black fighters don't get the pageantry in America that AJ gets in the UK. You know, they don't like us. In the majority, you know, the majority of, you know, star athletes in other sports, they don't like them either. Venus and Serena, they go to Indian Wells every year and they get racist things thrown at them, or when they was going there. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James, you know, got much love for him as a man, but, you know, a lot of white people hate LeBron James. A lot of black people hate LeBron James, like Jason Whitlock. I mean, not dislike, it's different. Dislike and hate is two different things. So it shouldn't surprise you why, you know, there's no, you know, black American fighter that get that pageantry like AJ or Canelo. It's just the country that don't like us. Now, if it was a white guy, if Deontay was a white guy, he'd get all the love. You know, and that's what Top Rank trying to push. They trying to find that great white hope, and they hoping it's Tyson Fury. But Vladimir Lomachenko, he just don't speak English clear enough. And Tyson Fury, he speak English, but he not exciting. But that last fight with Fury was exciting. I mean, with Wilder was exciting. But you know, with Anthony Joshua, he's correct. He's correct. There is a double standard between him and Fury. He's correct. Tyson Fury can say and do whatever he wants to do. You know, he got caught cheating. Imagine if AJ went through the same thing that Tyson Fury went through. They would be still breaking AJ down. They'd never let him live it down. You failed the test. You paid the farmer off. All that type of stuff. So he understands where he is as a fighter and as a person in the United Kingdom. He understands that Fury, you know, he can say some things that he can't say. And he understands that he can say some things and do some things that other fighters can't say or do. You know, but knowing your position is very, very wise. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that there's no room for error, it put pressure on you, but it also keeps you focused. You know, if they do fight, I'd rather AJ win, straight up and down. I don't have an interest in the fight. I don't have a stake in the fight. I don't care about the fight. It has nothing to do with me. I have no love for neither one of those fighters at all. But if somebody was to win, I probably want Anthony Joshua to win. But, you know, styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? And I think Tyson Fury style a little bit wrong for him, but you never know. You know, I think we may be jumping the gun a little bit. Maybe Deontay Wilder come back and beat Fury. Maybe he don't. Maybe Fury retire. Maybe Fury, you know, have an off night. Because Fury is known not to put a string of fights together. He's never had a title defense. You know what I'm saying? You're not a champion until you defend the title. So this is very, very interesting. He said this in the boxing article a couple of days ago. But it is there. It is there. And he acknowledged it. You put it out there, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Deontay said one questionable thing. He got to apologize. Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. He made when him and Conor McGregor was on stage, he used the F word. Y'all know what the end with the G, 3-letter word, I think it was. And they made him apologize. But when Conor McGregor was up there using all those racial slurs, nobody made McGregor apologize. I don't care if it was pageantry to sell the fight. They was using race. I think that was hella whack. And I made videos about it. Like I said, I'm not defending Floyd Mayweather. I'm just showing you the double standards. There are always going to be double standards, you know, in the world for white and black. And some blacks to other blacks to Indians and Asians. It's always going to be, you know, different. It's always going to be things that's going to be ignored and things that's going to be overanalyzed, things that's going to be glorified, and things that just not going to get acknowledged all the way around. Imagine Al Heyman coming out saying the UFC fans ain't nothing but skinheads and racists. Come on. Al Heyman had to sell his business. Al Heyman to be ran into exile. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, 9 times out of 10, the very same people that will be, you know, exiling and tearing Al Heyman apart is his own people, black people. That's the people who do it. You know, it ain't just be white people for backlash. Black people will lynch you, and modern day lynch you and hang you and beat you down. They'll be the ones protecting the other. You feel me? So it just don't be white people saying, "Oh, I want his job," or that was no. I'll be a lot of black people. You see a lot of black people right now, you know, saying, "Oh, I feel sorry for this white guy that's getting beat up," or "Oh, I feel sorry for the cops," and all them. This lets you know, man, it's a lot of raccoons out here, man. And space yourself from people like that, man. Don't let that energy into your space. But AJ got a point, but he do get away with some shit too. But that's everybody. But hey, don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, description. Best way to donate is share video. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellas, Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.